This is Ace Poppy, and we are going to play Civil War 1863, and we're going to do a battle called Forward. And the object, we want to capture all the control points. We don't want to lose any of the control points that we captured, and we don't want to lose 60% of our forces. And we are going to get started. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to start moving up infantry. And start slowing down the center of their defenses. And if you've ever listened to Ace Poppy before, you know that when we use our cavalry early on, we dismount because we don't want to charge initially. We want to soften up the enemy first. And again, we're going to keep assaulting the middle of their defense. Bring up more infantry. Bring up the 1st Infantry this time. And we're going to go ahead and finish this particular organization off, which we did. And we'll move up our cavalry unit and dismount them. Then we're going to take Major Davy and we're going to assign him to the artillery. And now it's Johnny Reb's turn to see what he could do. They're moving forces up and do a little counterattack here. And we've got some reserves. And what we're going to do is we're not going to use this cavalry unit on the right, which would be the 4th Cav. We're just going to let him sit right there for the time being. But we are going to move up the 3rd Cavalry. And again, we're going to dismount 3rd Cav. Now we're going to start working on the again their front line. And we're going to move this group up. Keep attacking their forward position, so we knocked out another one of their units. And now we're going to start putting some pressure on that artillery unit in the middle of the field. See if this works. No. So we're going to hit this group. And we just moved them up. And this artillery is going to hit the last infantry unit on their first line of defense. And the enemy is moving up more reinforcements. And I'm sure their artillery is going to hit somebody. Yep. Yeah. And they're attacking pretty strong. Okay, we've got more reinforcements. So we're going to start again putting a little more pressure on this artillery unit. And we're going to start bringing up reinforcements. We could hit that organization. Going to bring up the 5th Infantry. And we're going to bring up this cavalry unit. And we'll bring these guys closer. And let's see what our artillery could do. Okay, we really don't need the 2nd Artillery to hit here, so we're gonna move up. And as you know, in this game, when you move artillery, you can't fire that round. Now we don't need this artillery unit either on this skirmish, so we're gonna pull them up. And we're also gonna bring this cav unit into place. Now, we're not gonna attack with this cav unit, but we want to keep them mounted in case we need them to finish off an enemy position from a distance. But we're going to bring up the next infantry unit, and now it's the Reb's turn, and made a strategic move there. We had a pretty good fighting force of 5 left, but they came in with a bigger force and took us out. So we're going to punish them for that, that's for sure. They're being pretty aggressive, but we are going to do our best to knock out this artillery. As fast as we can. And we're going to bring this group up to the side. And I'm going to move this artillery unit up again. We're going to move this infantry closer. Not going to use our cav at the moment, but we are going to start peppering their 3rd militia. And we'll get closer with our 3rd cav that's been dismounted. And we're going to move up the 4th infantry. And that's it for the time being. Okay, they've reinforced the their second control point. Let's see what the 2nd cav could do. Okay, we've knocked out that artillery, which is a good thing. Now we're going to concentrate on their left flank and start doing some damage here with our artillery. Start wearing them down. And I'm going to bring in the 6th cav, and we're going to dismount them so that they could participate. And we're going to bring up the 5th infantry. And they could fire, so we're going to take advantage of that. And we are going to bring the 4th cav a little bit closer to the action, but we're keeping our 2 cav units still in reserve. Okay, they're withdrawing a smaller group to put in a larger group to defend the next control point. And so we're going to keep working the right side, and we're going to soften up this new defensive group. Should be able to knock these guys out, which we did. Now we'll get them a little closer, get our 5th infantry a little closer. And we're going to force them to pull them out again and pull somebody else in. Now we're still going to leave our cav in reserve, but we're going to start moving up our right flank. And if you recall, one of our objectives is not to lose any control points. So we're gonna start pulling our cav up as reinforcements, but with our 7th cav, we are going to keep them here just in case there's a counterattack. And now we'll see what the rebels are going to do here. Okay, they didn't have too much activity at this point. So we're going to keep peppering their right flank. And we already knocked out their control point position here. We're going to move up this artillery. Now we're going to work on their last unit of defense for this control point. Get a little closer. And we're inflicting some pretty heavy damage. Now they've brought up their another infantry unit. Okay, and we're keeping our cav in reserve, defending, and you can see they brought in a cavalry unit to counterattack, and an infantry unit. So we're going to immediately take care of these guys with our artillery. Going to soften them up. Okay, we're gonna dismount this cav unit now, so he could attack next time. Now this infantry unit's pretty weak, so hopefully this cav is going to take him right out. But instead of fighting, they withdrew. But that's okay. All right, now we want to dislodge this enemy position, which we have. Now we want to go after this enemy position, and we've knocked them out. We're going to move our 3rd Infantry closer. Now they could strike that unit. And again, get them closer. Again, put this unit in position. Now at this point, we are going to take a break, and we're going to continue this battle. We just watch and see what Johnny Reb does for us here. And they're withdrawing, and they just brought in artillery. But we'll take care of these guys on the next round. So this is Captain Poppy signing off for a bit, and we'll be back with the next round soon.